Changing the cutting edge can be not fun unless you got yourself a cordless impact. This thing makes quick work of getting this off. I was really surprised at how powerful this little thing is. It's been working out really well. I highly recommend getting one. I picked this one up at Lowe's. It was about 200 bucks. I thought that was a pretty decent price actually. I know Lowe's tools aren't the greatest, but I figured it's nice and close in case it breaks. I could just take it back. See, what we got going on now, it's always something. This bolt is supposed to be square. It's just spinning. I tried to break it off out there in the parking lot, hoping this bolt would break, but it's not. It won't, and she's just spinning on me. So I think it's time to cut it off. Another great tool is this partner saw. This is a Stihl 420. It's the smallest one. This thing works year round. If it's not cutting pavers, it's cutting bolts, cut rebar for concrete, saw cut your relief lines and your concrete. This thing works year round. Great tool to have. It's about $1,000, but it's worth it. I mean, it saves the day time after time, and anything that can work year round or multiple applications is a tool worth buying. Using this cage setup is a good way to separate the experienced operators from the inexperienced. It is not the easiest thing to get off and on. I've done it a million times, so obviously I know how to get it off and on pretty quick, but that's one thing I'll say. Some guys they just can't grasp how this thing works, how it slips off and on. You know, the hydraulic wing plows are the way they can fold back so that you can back drag and pull away with the box. I mean, that's really pretty hard to beat, but at the time they didn't really have those. They hadn't really come out yet, and they weren't an option. So first I bought the Boss plow and then added this cage to it later. I had to drill some holes in the Boss and mount it to it, but it works pretty well. It's a trip edge plow, so that's one of the requirements. You can't have a moldboard trip or it wouldn't work. But yeah, check it out if you got a Boss plow. It's definitely a nice addition if you need a box. So Also extends out wider, I believe, so that it can go on like a 9-foot. This is an 8-foot, but it has some adjustment in it, so that's kind of nice. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. We got a big storm coming up, a lot going on, getting ready for that. You're not going to want to miss the action. This is going to be a big event, and we got a lot to do to get ready, and I want to show you guys how we prepare for big storms and give you some footage of the actual storm itself coming up.